All right, everybody, welcome to my live Christmas drawing for December 28th, 2022. This is the last live art that I'll be doing for this year. Again, not too sure what I'm going to be doing continuing forward with this. I might just do something once weekly live or once monthly. I'm not too sure. I do know that I'm going to be taking a break from doing Christmas art every day because come December 31st, I will be on day 365 of daily Christmas artwork. So I need a little break from the Christmas art. I don't want to burn out on it. But since this is the live drawing for this week and the last one that I'm going to be doing for the year, I'm going to be doing a little scene from one of my favorite Christmas movies. I've done a few pieces from this Christmas special in the past throughout the year, but I have not done this one. So I'm going to do this one now. And again, not everybody's cup of tea, but I enjoy it. So we'll just start with the background. Background's just going to be lots of stars in the sky. Then what we're going to do here, we're going to work on, I guess you could say this is the main subject of the piece here. Now, if you've been following my art throughout the year, I've done a couple pieces from A Christmas Story throughout the year, and that's another one of my favorite Christmas movies. But if you were also following me last year, the whole month of December, I did the Christmas Story Advent Calendar, so I drew those daily. So I didn't want to overdo it with the Christmas Story artwork this year, so I didn't do too much this year. I did some, but not enough, I guess. But that'll just be stuff I could look forward to doing throughout 2023, I guess, as I do some artwork. All right, so hopefully you could tell what this is going to be just from this picture right here. I didn't finish this yet, but hopefully you could tell. So this little tree is going to be weighted down just by one little ornament. Then this tree is going to have different branches. Not too many. It's a skinny little tree. A couple of needles here and there. Branch this way, and then a couple needles up here. That's going to be the base for the main thing there. But this one, I can't just leave it with the tree. As sad as that would be, this is before the kids come over and really spruce it up. I'm going to do it before the kids get there. I'm going to add Charlie Brown. I'm going to do it right when he sees the ornament way down the tree and he just gets so upset. He just sits here and, with my name being Charlie Brown, I'll take it. We'll do it. So, a Charlie Brown side view. I think I talked about it when I did some of my... Actually, the one day that I did a picture of Linus, which I use as the background on my phone, which those are available. I have some of my Christmas artwork as free phone wallpapers. They're available. If you go over to my Ko-fi page, ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Ague Designs. You could check them out over there. Just go to the shop section. They're free. You don't need to pay anything for them, and you could download them right to your phone. And they're pretty cool. I used the Linus one that I drew for my phone's wallpaper. And it looks really cool I use Apple iPhone, so it looks really cool with the iOS 16 update, how you can make the lock screen. I have the picture in black and white. Then when it's unlocked, it's colored. All right, so Charlie Brown has a little wintry hat on here. We'll put his eyeball up there. His head doesn't look as blockheady. Maybe I made it a little too round. I don't know. He's going to be a little sad here. That to me is very, very Charles Schultzy there when you put the little squiggles around the eyes, and it's something I usually do on my artwork as well. I always put some lines. So he's got, let's see, his little winter coat thingy on here. Actually, I don't even think it's a winter coat. It's kind of like a red coat. All right, so we're gonna shrink him down a little bit here. So let me highlight him. We're gonna shrink him down. Sometimes, you know, I work big. Well, I shouldn't say shrink him down. I'm going to move him because he should be a lot taller. We'll put him up here. Still a kid, though, but so far he looks like there used to be this company that did like these potato-y fry things, Andy Caps or whatever. Kind of looks like an Andy Cap character. All right, so Charlie Brown, highly upset that his tree kind of collapsed under the weight of one ornament. You got to feel bad for him. We'll have him a little too big for a Charlie Brown finger. So I was a little upset. I haven't left the house really since Christmas. I had a dentist appointment today. That's always fun. So on my way to the dentist, I stopped off at Big Lots just to see if they had anything left, any Christmas remnants. There really was not too much stuff left. I popped into Lowe's, completely empty. And that's a bummer because they had some pretty cool stuff, but I don't know. I said to my wife, I don't know. This year, it seems like Christmas stuff got put out super early this year. So I'm thinking a couple of the stores marked the stuff down earlier just to get rid of it because I'm sure they were sick of looking at it in the stores for so long and cleaning it up. But the stuff came and went. It's all basically gone. All right. So Charlie Brown, we'll give him, you're not going to see too much detail in his pants here, but again, in the classic Charlie Brown fashion, I always said his shoes looked like baguettes of bread. Yeah, that looks good. Then we'll have a couple more stars in the background here. Just like that. And that's going to do it for the pencil layer. Now we're going to add another layer and we'll start inking. So we're going to go to the ink brushes. I'm going to do this one in syrup since I haven't used that one for a little while because of my drawings I've been doing for the advent calendars. I've been using the technical pen, but this one we're going to go back to syrup. All right, so there's going to be 2 planks of wood. This will be your top piece. So you're going to see this one coming out of it and meeting up to it. This will come down. And that'll give it that 3D effect. Okay, perfect. Don't think I missed anything. Now we'll work on the tree, which will just come out of the middle here. And then some of those will just be needles in there. And then we'll work up on this side. It's kind of hard to remember everything I drew over the last year, so I can't remember if I even did. I must have done a Charlie Brown Christmas tree at some point. If I didn't, I'd be surprised at myself, to be honest with you. All right, then the other parts are going to be the green needles that are going to be on there. Let me switch it over to green now. We'll add some of those. Before I do the bottom part, let me work on these, and then I'll do the ornament next because I don't want it to overlap weird. Couple of random needles here. I have a Charlie Brown tree that I have on display in my, we don't use it as a dining room, but it's kind of a toy room, dining room area. And I have that over there, and I have it decorated. And I picked up a couple figures this year from TJ Maxx. I got them from there. So it was Charlie Brown and Snoopy and Sally. So I put them around the tree this year. It was pretty cool. All right, now we'll go back to the needles here. Add a couple for this. Then that's going to do it for the tree. Let's work on Charlie Brown himself here. So let's go back to the black color for my pen. And we'll come over here and just start working on the outline. Little eyebrow, frown. And we'll work on his coat here. I watched the Charlie Brown Christmas special 2 times this year. And I actually just did that the other night. I was kind of behind on some of my Christmas must-watches. So I kind of checked off the list the other day, working on watching a few of them that I missed throughout the year. Well, I shouldn't say throughout the year, throughout the holiday season. That's one thing. I'll watch a Christmas special in the middle of the summer. I don't care. Kind of cools me down a little bit. Actually, I have the Vince Guaraldi Charlie Brown Christmas. Well, I have the vinyl record of it, but I also have the soundtrack on my iPad or on my iPhone. And sometimes at work in the middle of the summer, I'll pop that on and just listen to it. Just because I know it's just all in my head, but I work in a factory that's not air conditioned, so it's very hot in there. So sometimes I'll actually be listening to that to cool off a little bit, and it works. I think it works anyway. All right. Now might as well just draw the stars. So they're not going to be anything fancy. I'm not going to draw them with like lines like how you would, like this, just because I want to just fill them in all white. Some of them won't even resemble stars. We'll just draw a little. Now, some of them are looking like Patrick from SpongeBob here. A couple more, then we'll start coloring some stuff in. I just did what I said I wasn't going to do. All right, that'll work. We'll leave it like that. Now, we're going to eliminate the pencil layer, make sure everything looks good here before we start coloring stuff in. Everything looks good, so we'll reference that layer, add another layer behind it, and we're going to start coloring things in. I think we're going to start with the sky, nighttime sky. So we want to go to our darker blues here. Fill that in, see how that looks. Beautiful. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch this back over to white, and I'm just going to go in. Let me see. I know I have one nebula. Let's see what this does. Let me select the sky. Lighten this up, make it bigger. I just want to see. Man, that's not bad. I'm going to shrink it a little bit. I don't want it to look like clouds or too smoky, but I thought it'd be cool if it kind of looked like the Milky Way or something. We'll leave it like that. That's not bad. Adds a little different a variety to the sky so it doesn't look so plain. Then the snow, for some reason in the Christmas special, the snow has like a purplish, like a light purple. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. So just to pay homage to that, we're going to add a light purple here for the snow. And we're going to go back to my inking pen and just fill that in where it doesn't meet up with the needles because it won't go through on some of them. Perfect. Okay, then we're going to do the branches, or I guess it's a branch on this tree since it's kind of just one little twig. That filled in nicely. We'll do this guy over here. A little bit in there. Okay, looks like we got everything. Then we'll do the base, a little more of the lighter yellowy brown. We'll just do it like this tone. We'll do the top pieces in that color. Then we'll drop it down a value or so for the front-facing pieces like this. Then we'll drop it down another value here for the side-facing pieces. So we're going to do 3 different colors here. Just like that. That adds a little bit of a depth to it just from the color itself. Now we're going to go over to the ornament. We'll drop silver in there. That'll stay open. And then the ball obviously is red. We all know that. And then we'll do some shading and highlights when we get to there. Now on to Charlie Brown. Again, wearing a red weird coat thingy. I enjoyed this project of doing a different Christmas drawing every day. It was a good... I don't want to say good... I don't even know what the word I'm looking for here. It was just something fun to do. I'm glad I did it. Again, I'm going to just take a little bit of a break come January 1st. I'm still going to do artwork. It might not be all Christmas artwork all the time because I can't really continue to do that. Although doing this has gotten me a couple of art jobs, which was really fun. I'm glad I got to work with some people and get some artwork for them, so that was really cool. So with that said, if anybody has anything that they want, I am open for commissions. I always enjoy doing some artwork for people. I designed a few different Christmas podcast logos this time around, which was really fun. Coloring the loaves of bread down here for feet. Then his eye, I got to fill that in black. Oops, I missed it. There we go. And really, that's about it. I mean, it's simple. It's quick. It's simple. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of shading into it just for extra depth. So we're going to add another layer. And this is where we're going to do our shadow layer and highlights. So we'll drop the opacity down. And we're going to start down here with the tree. Just put a little bit of a shadow there, nothing much. A little bit along the branches. Again, the branch, not branches. Okay, a little bit here. You might not even notice this if you're looking at the drawing itself, but I always have to add it just for that little bit of a 3D element. Then you'll have your shadow side of the ornament. When we do the highlights, that'll make the other side pop. Then on to Charlie Brown. Let's shrink this down a little bit. And just start with a few shadow lines here. Put some shadows on his pants. The inside of this hand. Yeah, I don't like the way that looked. Let's redo the hand part here. Let me zoom in closer so we can see. So you're going to have basically the whole thing's going to be a shadow because of the way it lies, but the thumb, a little shadow there and a little under the finger. All right, that's better. Now onto his head. A little shadow there. I like the one around the eye, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it. Let's see. We'll do one right there. I am going to go through and add a few lines when I'm done here, but okay, add some to his hat. Perfect. Hit up his shoes a little bit here, a little bit of shading on his shoes. Then I'm going to select the background here because I'm going to put a shadow underneath him. A little bit coming out this way just because of his pointing. Like that. Add a little bit out here from the tree and the base of the tree. A little line like that, I guess, just to show some of the branch work. And now we're going to go do some highlights. So we're going to go white, go to pure white. And again, we'll start over here with the tree. There's not going to be too much on this because it's wood. And a branch isn't going to reflect too much. But we're going to do the ball. That'll have your most intense highlight on it. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. We'll dim that back down a little bit. Hit up a few key spots here on Sir Charles Brown. Nothing too crazy. Because again, it's not like he's made out of plastic, so this stuff wouldn't shine too much, but I like to do it just for a little bit of a different effect. And maybe we'll give him a little glint in his eye. Perfect. Okay. A little bit of shading now, or I think all the shading's probably done. Let's just go back to my reference layer. Add a few lines here to, you know, Charlie it up here, if you will. Give him an elbow circle. I think I'm going to add a little piece of patchwork here on his coat. And we'll change the color of that. Let's see. I didn't go with any... Let's see, there's no orange in this, so we'll just drop orange in there. Perfect. And I think that's about it. I mean, you can't really mess Charlie Brown up too much. He's kind of already in bad shape the way it is. Let's go back to my reference layer. I want to add just one or two more little hairs on the back of his neck. And I think we're done. All I got to do is sign this. Hey, thanks for joining, Chris. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I had to end on a bang. I had to end with a Charlie Brown, one of my favorites. So we're going to sign this one, and then we're going to call it quits for the live artwork for 2022. It's hard to believe the year's almost over. A couple days left. But yeah, it feels like I just kind of started this project and coming to an end now. Oh, sign it how I've been signing it since April. Put my pencil down for the last live drawing of 2022. Let me bring it up on the screen full size here so you could look at the picture and not my ugly mug. And there he is, Charlie Brown, all upset about the tree that just couldn't stand the weight of one ornament. So, with that said, I will be back at some point in 2023. If you follow me on Instagram at Ague Designs, I'm going to still be posting up a couple of pictures for the next few days up until December 31st. I'll have live artwork or not live drawings. What am I trying to say? Christmas drawings over there every day till the end of the year. So make sure you check that out. And for those of you who watch this on YouTube later, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys another time. So thanks for watching throughout the year of 2022. Thank you very much.